Pose. Pose.
Y'all look a hot mess. But no buts. All look a hot mess. No, some pink stuff. As y'all can see, I really did come on here. It's currently 10:52. This is another day in that vlog still. But I just got finished reading Luke chapter 10. Yeah, Luke chapter 10. These are some more notes. Most of my notes are actually in the Bible. Like, I write on the marginalized lines and stuff like that. I look really crazy. But I want to get on here and talk to y'all about just a few key points from Luke chapter 10, because I read chapter 9 yesterday, and I really meant to do this yesterday. But I kind of forgot. So let's read some key points. Okay, so Luke chapter 10. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? Okay, so Luke chapter 10 verses 28 to 29. It really starts in 27, kind of sort of, but 28 and 29 really caught my eye. So it's basically Jesus is, I believe he's at the temple, and a man who's a lawyer, what they say he's a lawyer, and he asks Jesus like, oh, what can I do to inherit eternal life? And Jesus asks him like, oh, have you read the laws, the 10 Commandments? And he's like, and Jesus asks him like, what does it say about how you should be towards God? And the man says, you're supposed to love God with your whole strength, your mind, your soul, like everything in you, basically. And Jesus tells him like, yeah, you're right. You said it right. That was the correct answer. And the man asks him like, so how do I go about doing this exactly? And Jesus gives a story, like a parable about a man who was beat up and left in a town. I cannot for the life of me remember what the name of this town was, and I quite literally just read it. But Jesus gives a parable about a man who was beat up by some thieves and left in the town. And Jesus speaks about how two men on separate occasions walked right past this man and kept going. Like, they seen that he was hurt and they just kept going. They didn't care. And then there came another man who did help him, took him to the man's inn, helped him out, gave him something to eat, and, he took care of him. And, the man asked Jesus, like, when the man said something about, like, loving everybody, you're supposed to love your neighbor as you love yourself. That was the correct answer. My bad, y'all. And the man ends up asking Jesus, like, okay, so who is my neighbor? That's what the man asked him. He asked him, who is my neighbor? And then Jesus tells that story about the man who was beat up, and the third man from a Samaritan came and helped him. And Jesus tells him, like, go and be like that man. And that's who your neighbor is. That's how you will inherit eternal life. And that is so good, y'all. Like, you see somebody hurting and you could help them. You see somebody, ask for money and you have it at the time, do it. Don't wait and be like, oh, maybe next time I'll give them something. No, do it right then and there. What else? Oh, Jesus, what happened? Oh, so Jesus sent 70 people. Jesus gave 70 people the power to heal and to not be harmed by serpents, the devil. And, they come back, they tell Jesus, like, oh, this happened, that happened. We weren't touched, we walked the bam, stuff like that. Not exactly like that, but that's kind of how it went. And Jesus is like, they're joyful, they're rejoicing. And Jesus is like, don't rejoice in the fact that you weren't touched, the fact that you weren't harmed. Rejoice in the fact that your name is written in heaven. And I was just like, like, what? Like, that's amazing. Okay, I'm finna get off here because I look a hot mess. But I just want to tell y'all that, like, God is so good. God is so good. Love y'all.
Drumming, lemon, pipers, piping, 10, Louis 9, ladies dancing, 8, maids of milk and stealing